cheerio.
Gosh.
Welcome to Pick Me Up at 9, the show where we go on a date for your entertainment. And you can participate if you want. You can follow along and have conversations with some of the topics that we choose, or you can play some of our date activities. Either way, we hope you guys have fun with it. What do we have going on today for our date night?
I don't have the schedule in front of me, so I don't know. But I do know that we're going to start with an opening chat like we always do. And then we're going to move on to a movies, shows, books section where we're going to be talking about superheroes. And then we have a date activity first.
Yeah.
And we're going to be playing with some Cheerios and some red Solo cups and some straws, hence the cheesy dad joke intro from Tessa.
I always say welcome. It's time.
It's good to mix it up. Let us know if there's an intro that you like the best. But yeah, then we'll go to the superhero section where we're going to be talking about superheroes, which actually hits two categories, shows and books.
True.
Or movies. Anyways. Yeah, it hits all of the categories. That's funny. Anyways, and then we'll wrap it up with an artsy wrap up where we will be sharing some quotes.
I'm excited. Should be fun. I like it when, for those who've seen our previous episodes, we had an episode with popcorn, and Deb and I were talking, and we thought of one idea of a game with popcorn. And then it was like, oh, there's so many other games we could play with popcorn. So, yeah, it's fun to get creative that way and just see what you can do with something simple.
We have some other ideas in the works too coming up that will probably be more creative in nature. So we'll see. Yeah.
Maybe one of these days we'll actually splurge a little bit and have a fancier date night that you guys can see. But the idea is for it to be accessible and something that anyone can do. But with that said, our opening chat, I do have a question for you.
Great.
It's a two-part question. What is one of your favorite sounds? And then what is one of the most annoying sounds to you?
Favorite sounds and most annoying sounds.
It's a hard question.
That is a hard question.
And I don't have my answer down packed either.
I don't know, because I was going to say, a favorite sound would be like the rain, but sometimes that can make me feel anxious.
Yeah, or that's a good one, though. I like the sound of the rain.
It's the same thing with, the wind. But
True.
Sometimes that can make me feel anxious, so. I really enjoy hearing our kids laugh. That's one of my favorite sounds, I guess.
Me too.
We have cute kids, and their laughs are hilarious. So, I would say that's right now. It's the only sound that I can think of that I'm like, oh yeah. I mean, other than music and stuff.
Yeah, that was one of the things I had thought of too, is our kids' laughs. And then I really like the sound of your voice. It's very relaxing.
Oh, nice.
It's funny because, Devin thinks I have narcolepsy. I don't think I do.
She has scheduled narcolepsy, if that's a thing.
Selective narcolepsy.
Selective narcolepsy. Whenever I'm trying to talk to her, she just...
No, it's just the end of the day when we are about to go to bed. We like to read scriptures together, and it's not that the scriptures are boring. The scriptures are great. But yeah, I think my brain tells me, you're about to go to bed, and it just... And so, yeah, he'll either be sharing something with me or reading something, and I'm just like, trying to engage. But yeah, I think part of it is you have a really soothing voice. But your voice, I was thinking about instruments that I love the sound of. the cello, the harp. The sound of a piano is very relaxing to me. I love piano music. I like crunchy leaves. Yeah, anything that's like crunchy, I like. And this is super weird, but this isn't like a kinky thing or anything.
Go for it.
But like, I don't know if anyone would assume that, but it's not. But there's been some times where you've been like chewing and I've been next to you and I'm like, that's a satisfying sound. Like when you're chewing on something and it's crunchy.
That goes in the annoying category.
I know,
usually.
that's what I'm saying. Like usually people are annoyed by the sound of people eating something. But sometimes it just like tickles my brain. I don't know. I don't know. I'm weird, but whatever.
Yeah, I don't really know like what sounds annoy me. It really depends on how I'm feeling throughout the day. Like if I've had a really long day and people are driving like idiots and I'm on my way home and someone honks, like ooh, super irritating. But like any other day or any time of the day, it's like, yeah, whatever, someone's honking. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, it can be annoying. There's a lot of road ragers around here. They're going to be everywhere, but yeah, we've had a lot of them lately.
It's weird.
I don't like this is a pretty common one, but the sound of nails on a chalkboard.
Or like people that like tap their nails.
Icky.
Like the really long nails.
Yeah, I've always liked keeping my nails short. I just, yeah, the sensation of like, or even the thought of a long nail just bending. Yeah, that part in Star Wars, there's a part in Star Wars where Yoda is like long nails are dragging along something. It's like something in the ship. I
think he's like fighting Count Dooku or maybe even the Emperor Palpatine. But anyways, he falls and then he tries to grab onto something and he's like,
oh, that's so gross.
Yeah. Anyways.
Hopefully that wasn't too unsettling for you all as I described that and as Devin described that. It's a good question. Sounds are great. Yeah, anything else you wanted to talk about or do you want to?
We can move on.
Okay. So our first Cheerio game is based off of a Minute to Win It game that I saw where they took straws and you lift up the straw. Their thing was lift up an M&M using a straw. So you just suck in. And then you have to let go. So you release and drop it into a cup. We did not have M&Ms. We have Cheerios. And thus our games began. So I guess we'll just.
Less Cheerios
I do?
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And you have 15?
Mm-hmm. 1,
okay.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
I wonder
13,
if I
14,
ate
15.
one.
Possible. Or she's just intentionally
she's just
trying
spacey.
to cheat.
I swear. Okay. I guess we'll just see who can do it first, and we can do best 2 out of 3 or play it by ear. Okay. Gotta get my game stand.
I'm gonna knock over the cup with my hat, so we're gonna go backwards hat for this.
Oh, nice.
Oh, let's bump the mic. Sorry, folks. We should start without.
I'm wondering if we should have like a countdown. It's hard to like for us to both start exactly at the same time. But I guess we have an extra hand, so one of us can just go. Then we go.
Just ready, set, go.
Oh, I see what you mean. That's the point of the hands.
Yeah, like, because like, okay. if I'm starting out here and you're starting out here, like, you're obviously a lot closer, so just don't touch the straw to start. Ready, set, go. Oh!
Oh, crap.
Done.
I had 3 left. At one point.
That was crazy. Like, you missed one a couple of times, it seemed, and then I knocked mine over. I don't know if any of them came out, though. I thought maybe one did. That was crazy.
Well done.
Crazy turn of events.
Somehow a little chunk shot up into my mouth.
You're like breathing in the Cheerios.
Yeah.
That probably is someone's least favorite sound. Is
chunk?
Gagging sounds or like weird breathing sounds. So
yeah.
Sorry. Not sorry, it's our show.
If you get winded easily, which I kind of sometimes do, I don't know. Be cautious with this game. You might get a little lightheaded. Yeah. Your eyebrows wiggled when you were hyperventilating. It's like...
That's funny. I didn't even realize that I did that.
Yeah, that's funny. Do you want to do it again?
We can do it again.
And then if I win, then we'll do one more round.
Yeah.
That's best 2 out of 3?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah. 1. Oh, yeah. 1. Alright. Oh, well, I'll do ready, set, go.
Yeah, like, are we going on 3? This is a rule for everyone, okay? I don't allow people to go 1, 2, 3. Because a lot of people go 1, 2, 3, go. Or 1, 2, 3. And it's like, wait, are we going on 3 or are we going on go?
It's like those jumping pictures that people never know what to do. Yeah,
the countdown in a race is 3, 2, 1, go. A launch too, or 3, 2, 1, launch, right? So that's the way that you should do it. It's 3, 2, 1, go. It saves time, no arguments.
Thank you.
I've been talking about it for 20 seconds now, so saves a lot of time.
Crucial information.
All right.
Oh, okay. Can we do it? All right. Ready, set, go.
I did it.
I don't know. I was like, yay, I'm going to win with the white Cheerio.
I had to get down and get that one.
It's hard not to laugh because there's a lot of, you like get a beat going.
Yeah.
And so I was like having a beat going, but then not picking up any Cheerio. So I was just like, and nothing was happening. So then I started laughing.
That was a good one.
Chaos ensued. All right. So you obviously went at that game.
Let's go to the next one.
So
let's do this a little bit more, or we can move it out of the way for the next one.
The next thing is Pictionary. I feel like we've played a few different versions of Pictionary on this show, which is kind of fun.
It's a little hard with that crack between our 2 tables, or whatever.
The crack. I don't know. So
I'll just go first.
I thought one person could give a letter, and then the person who's creating the Cheerio art has to make something out of that letter.
Okay.
So the person who gives the letter has a clue because it's going to start with that letter. These ones are broken.
No. I was wanting to use those.
Oh, really?
I thought they offered like kind of a unique piece that you could use.
My bad. These are veggie blends. They are not the best tasting Cheerios.
They suck. I'm sorry. We're not sponsored by Cheerios, so I don't care.
I'll eat them though, but
they're awful.
I got them for our daughter because I was like, ooh, Cheerios, and they're healthy.
What is he doing?
Our son slept 11 hours straight last night, which was amazing.
A big change from where he normally is. So.
Yeah. Big things happening. Okay, who wants to
I mean, I have them on my side first, so I can make the picture first.
Okay.
And are we gonna time it so that I have to like keep it within a certain amount of time? I'll just use my watch.
We can do a minute, maybe. Oh.
Start, stop, reset. Those buttons on the bottom.
Okay.
So start, stop is on the left, and then reset's on the right.
Okay.
It's easier. But anyways, so you have to give me a letter, right? And I have to come up with something with that letter.
That could be anything.
And then I have like what, 30 seconds, a minute?
I'll do a minute.
A minute's probably more fair. 30 seconds goes quick.
And I can guess throughout it. That's what I was thinking. Okay, ready?
Wait.
Oh.
I don't have
anything. The letter C. And you can think about it. I thought I had said that. That's what my brain does all the time. I think of something and I think I say it aloud.
I got my thing.
Okay. Ready? Set, go. There's some eyes there. Cat. I'm just going to start saying stuff. Cow. Car.
Yes.
Awesome.
I didn't even get very far.
Can we take a picture of it with your phone so that we can like put the picture over the video so people can see our art?
Of like where I got to.
Yeah, because it's kind of hard to see it from this angle.
It looks like a pair of sunglasses.
That's what I thought at first. Okay.
Okay.
So that was pretty good. Fun.
How fast was that?
23 seconds.
Okay.
I mean,
Let's see if I can
we definitely get quite the hint with, I don't know, the letter. Because you can go complicated or you can go with basic stuff.
I just picked something pretty basic.
I mean, it's Cheerios. That's kind of more the point of this is, can you create art with Cheerios? Some people do crazy stuff with food items like salt art. It's amazing. Okay, what letter?
Let's do J.
That's hard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I picked an easy letter for you.
Jerusalem.
Sorry, there's a few different things I could do. Wow.
I can pick a different letter.
No, this is good. It's good for me to think. Oh, I got one. Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Set, go.
Probably should have timed the thinking part too. Wow, I suck. Okay. All right. It's hard to do this quickly.
Jar.
Think about the letter. Okay, I can't tell.
I am thinking about the letter. Jail?
Yeah!
I got it at 35 seconds.
And you guys can see my beautiful jail. It's really stressful. Oh, I said that weird. Stressful. Awesome. Cool. I like it. We could continue on with that, but I think we should just leave it at that.
Yeah, we're at 20 minutes. We can.
Okay. Movie shows, books. I'm excited. I figured we'd have a lot to talk about with this one, but maybe not. So, thought it would be fun to discuss.
Which centerpiece back?
Yes. Which superheroes don't have a movie who we would like to see a movie or who deserve a movie? I'll let you go first.
So I found a page online called ranker.com, and I really like their commentary on all these superheroes. And I picked ones that I read comics from as a kid that I would like to personally see on the screen. So the first one, I picked 3 because I couldn't decide on one.
It's fine.
The first one is The Question from DC. Basically, he's just a detective that, or a journalist that kind of reaches his end of his career. Like, he can't really progress any farther, and there's a lot of corruption and stuff, and so he kind of takes matters into his own hands, and he looks like a detective. Like, he's got the coat and the fedora hat, but he wears a mask that just blanks out his face, so he's got like a blank face and goes and beats people up. For a time, Sage was replaced in the role of Question by Renee Montoya, appearing in 2020's Bird of Prey. So the Question was technically in a movie. But these days he's back under the mask and doing his best to find answers in the rebirth era of DC Comics. He's earned enough of a reputation that the Dark Knight himself often seeks out his advice on particularly difficult cases.
Oh.
And that should be reason enough to include the Question in any further Gotham adventures. So
I agree.
It's kind of that world of Gotham in DC. So.
And we were talking earlier about how Batman is one of the coolest superheroes.
Yeah.
Definitely my favorite DC one that they've done a movie of. I mean, it's probably the answer for most people for DC. So that would be really cool.
Yeah.
I like the vibes.
Yeah. I would love to see the Question, and I don't know. I just find that the comics are very nostalgic, and that would be really cool to see, like another Batman type character. But he's more of like, Batman's more of like the gear type of guy, right? He's got all the cool gadgets, but the Question is more of like the detective type of thing. So
it'd be fun too, because then they could do that, like, I was trying to figure out the word noir, like 1940s, like black and white mystery, smoky style. Be a lot of fun.
Yeah. The second superhero that I picked is Static.
I don't know if I've ever heard of that.
Virgil Hawkins. He's one that I read a few comics of, or like 1 or 2. But yeah, basically, like, he's got the ability to control magnetic fields and electricity, and
that's cool.
He like skateboards on electricity. It's awesome.
Oh,
he's a skateboarder.
That's cool.
Yeah. So basically,
is this DC as well?
This is actually, I don't know. Yeah, DC.
Cool.
It is DC. I was gonna say yes, but I didn't know for certain. So yeah, he is.
That's the thing. I feel like DC, has kind of a bad rap, and they made some not great movies, but there's some really great potential there.
Well, they just kind of went all in with the Marvel movies, and the Marvel comics were. It's hard to say if they were more popular than DC comics back in the day. I feel like I did see, though, quite a few people with Superman comics and quite a few people with Batman comics, and I don't know. I mean, I read a lot more of the Marvel series than the DC ones myself, but it was mainly because DC is typically just a tad bit more dark.
Yeah.
Especially with like Batman. So anyways, and then the last one that I picked is stupid thing. Just went all the way back up to the top, and the one that I wanted is like all the just like completely.
Oh, so it can't open page. Do you know the name? I guess off the top of your head.
It doesn't come to me. No. Why did it do that? That's so sad.
Yeah, navigating stuff through articles on your phone is like one of the most annoying things, just because of ads that are on blogs. It's so annoying, especially when you're trying to find a recipe. can't tell you how many times I'm like, all right, 2 tablespoons of what? And then it jumps back up.
So this guy's awesome. He's like, so there's Captain Marvel, and people are like, oh, well, Captain Marvel, he can just do anything. Like, but it's not really he can do anything. He can manipulate matter and stuff like that. So it's kind of like he can sort of do anything, but you know, and people are like, it's a she. No, Captain Marvel is a man from the comics, and that's what I'm familiar with. I did think that they did a decent job with what's her name? I do like that actress a lot.
But yeah, she's cool.
If I refer to Captain Marvel, it's gonna come out as a he, and that's just the way it is. I'm sorry, but this guy is in Marvel. He's Quasar. I've never known how to say his name. I think it's Quasar, the Avenger of the Cosmos.
Seems that.
So I'll just read their commentary on it. These days, the Avengers are plenty used to outer space adventures, but there was a time when that wasn't true, and Quasar was the designated cosmic Avenger. When he first appears in Captain America number 217 as Marvel Boy, Wendell Vaughn, he relies on quantum bands to power himself, but he soon becomes a being of pure quantum energy known as Quasar.
Interesting.
Quasar's nearly endless range of abilities soon lead him to responsibilities away from his home planet. At one point, he serves in the official role of protector of the universe. This has caused him to become closely associated with the Guardians of the Galaxy, who will almost certainly represent his entry point to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, if he ever gets around to making an appearance, that is. And again, that comes from the Ranker.com website. Just so you know that's not my thoughts. That's someone else's words. So great commentary on that. I totally agree that if he's going to come in, they would have to do it through the Guardians of the Galaxy universe, because that's where he would be associated as far as the comics go. But yeah, he's kind of one of those superheroes that can like do anything through like quantum control. Anyways. Scarlet Witch is my all-time favorite because of that, because she can manipulate matter.
So cool.
And people are like, oh, but it's just a witch. But that's not really like her power. Her power is matter. Like, she can make you see whatever you want. She can make you feel whatever you want. She can move things. She can fly. She can bring matter together in a big ball of energy and just explode it onto you, which is like the coolest thing.
I'm honestly kind of disappointed with the Doctor Strange Into the Multiverse. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
I was disappointed with that. I don't really like the direction that they took with the Scarlet Witch, or with Wanda, I guess is her name. I really loved WandaVision. I thought that was a fantastic show. Great way to talk about like mental health and healing and grieving. So good.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, they did a good job.
Good superheroes you picked.
I really wish that they would do like a deep dive into the Scarlet Witch, because she's kind of like, so like in Spider-Man, there's all these different villains that he has to defeat, right? And like Superman's kind of that way too, and Batman. And that's kind of the thing with like the superhero universes, is that there's like a new threat and they have to address it. And Scarlet Witch is definitely not like separate from that. She has all these adventures and there's a new threat and she has to like use her powers to fight it, and she's a badass.
She's pretty cool.
So I would love to see some more smaller movies. And the Olsen sister that they have, is it Elizabeth Olsen? Is that her name?
I think so. Elizabeth I might be Olsen. Wrong.
I think she does a great job playing the role.
So she's so talented.
She's very talented. So I wouldn't mind if she stuck with that role, or if they got someone new. It doesn't matter to me. But yeah, that would be another fun one to see more of. Anyways, I talked for a long time. I'm excited to hear yours.
Oh. Well, I don't know if this is just the list that I saw or if I'm drawn to it because I'm a lady, but I picked a couple of female superheroes. From DC. So Vixen is one. And I haven't read a lot of comics, so maybe these superheroes suck. But basically with Vixen, she got her powers from a family heirloom, like a pendant, and it has these powers that allow her to harness the power of any animal, basically.
That's cool.
And it includes like ancient animals and even mystical animals.
Have a dragon as your friend.
Yeah, it talks about how dragons were involved at some point.
Got it. You got to.
Yeah. And it's not like she's shape-shifting all the time. It's more she's just able to channel their different strengths, like running as fast as a cheetah. It talks about at some point, I think, she was able to be as strong as a rhino or something. Cool. You know, swimming underwater, flying. There's a lot to it, which is kind of fun. We've talked about that on the show, like, what ability would you want from an animal?
Yep.
There are a few instances I think they've talked about where she did shapeshift a few times, like she was able to turn into an owl or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought that was really cool, and I think she's an animal rights activist, and yeah, so I don't know too much about that. Powers: animal-driven abilities, combat skill, fight, enhanced speed, enhanced strength, superhuman ability, agility. So very wide spectrum. Then the other one that I thought was cool was Moondragon, and I think the reason why she was so interesting to me was her ties to Guardians of the Galaxy.
She's also bald.
And Thanos. She's cool. And her name's Heather, which is a great name. Heather Douglas. I guess I didn't say the name of Vixen. Is her name just Vixen? Let's see. Let's go to good old Wikipedia. Doesn't say. Ancient Ghana. Fictional nation of Zambesi. Interesting. Yeah. Oh. Mari? I think her name's Mari. But yeah, I think she's an orphan. That's part of her arc. Anyways, but Moondragon is interesting because you learn about in the Guardians of the Galaxy how Thanos came to a lot of planets and murdered a bunch of people and their families.
Yeah.
And then you also learn about Drax's backstory and how he wants to avenge his family. It talks about how he lost a daughter.
Yeah.
Well, Moondragon.
It's his daughter?
I think so. Is what I was understanding, and I don't... Yeah, so the question is, are they going to do something with that in Guardians of the Galaxy? Because
they got to, if it's all tied together.
Yeah, did they just change the story? But there's more to it than that. So she accidentally saw the spaceship of Thanos land, but he didn't want anyone to see them, so he destroyed Heather's family's car, and she survived, but her parents were killed. So her parents were initially killed, but her father's soul went into a new body that became Drax the Destroyer. So her father's soul went into Drax. Really unique. And then Thanos' father, mentor, took Heather to his world, Titan, to be raised by the monks. And then she basically was trained in martial arts. But she has a ton of ability. So dragon transformation, superhuman strength, speed, durability, flaming breath, fight. And then her really cool stuff is her telekinesis ability. And so she's telepath.
She's a telepathic fire-breathing dragon.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, martial artist. Yeah, starship pilot, geneticist, and engineer. She sounds freaking cool to me. But yeah, it's also the main reason why I thought she was cool, besides all those powers, was her ties to Drax. Like, pretty cool. That's a whole story here. So I could totally see them doing a backstory for Drax. They did one for, oh crap, what's the raccoon's name? Oh,
what is the raccoon's name?
It's not Animal.
I just had an animal. Like from the Muppets?
I don't know. Okay, I have to see this. Raccoon in Guardians of the Galaxy. Rocket. His name's Rocket. Which was an amazing movie. His backstory.
Yeah.
I thought it was so good, because so many of the newer Marvel movies lately have just been kind of...
Yeah. That's a hard backstory to, you know, portray on the screen because of how dark and sad it was, but they did a good job.
Yeah. So it'd be cool if they did that for, like, all of them. Now that I think about it, like with Groot, and maybe they'll all have their own stories, and they'll kind of go more that outer space direction with the Marvels.
Yeah.
Marvel movies with the Marvels.
Yeah, Gamora and Nebula kind of already had their backstory very delved into. You know, Star-Lord had his, or Pete, anyways.
Yeah, Peter Quill.
He had his backstory delved into quite a bit, and then I guess Groot. We don't
really know much about Groot.
We don't know much about Groot.
That's why I'm like, I could see them doing something there.
Unless we've read the comics, which I don't think I've read too much of Guardians of the Galaxy. I definitely didn't follow the story of Guardians of the Galaxy. I know I've read at least one comic from Guardians of the Galaxy, and I was like, "Whoa, this is pretty rough." So
they're good.
Yeah,
I love Guardians of the Galaxy.
But yeah, that's fun. That's a fun one.
Yeah,
the superheroes are one of those things that I could talk about forever. I mean,
I thought it would be a fun topic. Yeah,
we've had several conversation topics where we're like, if you could have any ability, or if you could talk to any animal, like, what would you pick? And it's just kind of cool to think like that something special like that could happen. I don't know. I wish that there was a way that I could like somehow bathe in radioactive waste and and like all of a sudden be like actually strong rather than like, you know, flimsy.
But where's the reward in that?
I mean,
it's much more rewarding to earn it.
That's the thing. It's like you're chosen, you know. Then you have to serve a higher purpose.
Right.
But so that's the downside, is that you have to, you know, give more of yourself and risk your life to help other people. But is that really a downside? I don't think that's a downside. Anyways.
Would be cool.
Let's move on to our ARTSY wrap up.
So Devin thought it'd be fun this time to share quotes. So, I mean, that's artsy, right? Is that an artsy enough wrap up for you guys?
I mean, we've done poetry, we've done song lyrics, we've done songs, we've done
visual art.
Visual arts. Yeah. And we've sang music for you guys. We'll probably have more music coming up here.
Yeah.
At some point as well, but we'll do a quote this time.
What quote would you like to share?
So the quote that I've been repeating to myself a lot recently is the quote, chop wood, carry water. That's the quote. Anyways, I I love this quote. It's something that's repeated a lot in Stoic philosophy, which is something that I study a lot. It's also a lot from like Zen proverbs, and their full quote. Some people say it's the full quote is before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water, and after enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. That's like the full Zen proverb of the thing. But basically, the way that I have understood it and interpreted it is that it's the daily actions that matter, right? If you go back to these Zen proverb times, what do you need to survive every single day? Well, you need warmth. You need a way to cook your food as well. So you have to chop wood so that you can have fire. And you also need water every single day for, sustenance and bathing and whatever. So every single day, you're going to be chopping wood and you're going to be carrying water. And so they're saying, before any of the important stuff and after the important stuff, you're going to have to, at some point, continue to do those basic things. But there's someone on LinkedIn that kind of gave a little commentary on this that I found on a side comment on the internet. It says, this quote means that we do not, or what we do on the outside, the task, should not change even if we were to change the inside or achieve mastery. And I agree with that logic as well, that chop wood, carry water means a lot of different things, but it mostly means mastering yourself and trying to get to a point where the consistent little things are driving you forward. So
yeah, they're not just mundane things you
right.
have to do, but
right.
It's what gets you going.
And it's not even like create a schedule, some people's schedules do not work.
Yeah.
And so that's not even what it's saying. It's just saying, realize what it is that you have to do every day. What is it that you have to do? Do those things and be consistent about it, and you will find meaning along the way. So, anyways, that's my quote. It's a good one.
I really like that. Thank you.
Yep.
I have a lot of quotes on my Pinterest page. I'll share this short one since we've been going for a bit here. It just says, walk like you have 3,000 ancestors walking behind you. And it doesn't have an author or say who said that, but I think that's a really cool thought. I kind of picture Lord of the Rings when like the ghosts are going out into battle. But why am I spacing on his name? Is it Aragorn? Aragorn. I get confused because then there's like Aragog, the spider from.
Yeah.
Anyways, there's a lot of like fantasy books and movies where they have similar names. But yeah, that's just kind of an empowering thought. It can be hard to do things when you feel like you're alone, but it's I don't know, even if you don't believe in like spirits or that the spirits of your ancestors can be with you, it's nice to remember where you came from and that you wouldn't be here without the lives of people before you. And I think it can be really strengthening to learn about their stories and what they fought for, and kind of give you more of a reason to live because you're like, I don't know.
Yeah.
There's a powerful connection and I guess sense of duty that you can get from knowing your roots and feeling like they've got your back. So I really liked that.
Yeah, I like that too. It's important to be connected to your ancestors, to your roots, or at least respect it.
Yeah, read some journal entries if you can. I think that's a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely.
And then it's interesting to see, like, oh, do I have some similarities to them? Because, you know, things are going to get passed down the line and somehow. Obviously, we make our own choices, but
yeah,
it's kind of fun. Well, hope you guys have had fun. I hope you've had fun on our date. We reached
the end. Yeah, that was fun. I enjoyed the cheerio activity.
Good.
Mainly because I won.
You sounded like Trump for a second there.
Well, I can't do his voice. It's probably because I won.
I like it.
I can't do his voice.
Well, cheerio.
Oh, gosh.
Have fun and keep the conversation going.
See you in the next episode, guys. Oh, what?
It's sticky.
No.